Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is falling asleep with headphones on, playing an English lesson, hoping to wake up speaking better English. Maybe that's you. Here's the uncomfortable truth. That's not going to work. At least, not the way you think. But before you take those headphones off completely, stay with me, because there is a real science-backed way to use your sleep to learn faster. Most people are just doing it exactly backwards. Let's fix that in the next few minutes. And stick around until the end, because I'm going to give you the exact list of phrases that actually work for this, the ones I personally use in my free sleep learning guide, ready to say out loud tonight.
Let's be honest about why this myth is so attractive. Learning a language while awake is slow. It's tiring. It takes real effort every single day for months. So the idea that you could just press play, close your eyes, and wake up better at English? Of course that's appealing. It's the ultimate shortcut. But shortcuts that sound too easy usually are. And this one has actually been tested a lot by real scientists, not just app companies trying to sell you something. Sleep learning isn't a new idea. It's been marketed since the 1950s, and today there are entire apps built around it, promising you'll absorb vocabulary, grammar, even fluency, just by playing audio while you sleep. But here's what actually happens when researchers test this properly. When scientists try to teach people brand new, complex information, like grammar rules or full sentences, while they're deeply asleep, it simply doesn't stick. The sleeping brain isn't capable of actively learning something completely new and complex, no matter how good your headphones are. Therefore, if you've ever felt guilty for wasting a night of sleep learning audio and not seeing results, it was never your fault.
The method itself doesn't work the way it's marketed. You didn't fail. The myth failed you. So, is it all fake? Actually, no. And this is the part almost nobody explains clearly. There's a specific stage of deep sleep called slow wave sleep. During this stage, your brain isn't learning new things, but it is replaying and strengthening things you already learned while you were awake. Scientists have found that during these specific moments, the brain can reinforce word associations and even grammar patterns you were exposed to earlier that day. Therefore, your sleep isn't useless for learning English. It's actually doing important work every single night. But only with material your brain already touched while you were awake. Sleep doesn't create new knowledge, it cements it.
Here's where it gets a little frustrating. Every single night, your brain runs this free consolidation process automatically, but most learners spend the 30 minutes before bed doing something completely unrelated to English. Scrolling social media, watching a random show, thinking about tomorrow's problems. So your brain goes into that powerful consolidation window with nothing to consolidate. It's like paying for a personal trainer and then not showing up to the gym. The tool was there the whole time. It just had nothing to work with. Therefore, the real waste isn't the myth of sleep learning. The real waste is ignoring the one part of it that's actually true. So here's exactly how to use your sleep the right way,
in 3 simple steps. Step 1. Review, don't discover. In the 30 minutes before bed, don't try to learn brand new material. That's exactly what doesn't work. Instead, review 5 to 10 words or sentences you already studied earlier that day. You're not teaching your brain something new. You're handing it something to reinforce overnight. Step 2. Say it. Don't just read it. Silently reading a word one more time barely helps. Say your review sentences out loud, even quietly. This connects back to something we've talked about before. Reading and speaking are different skills, and speaking one sentence out loud before bed does more for your memory than rereading it 5 times silently. Step 3. Protect the last 30 minutes. Whatever you do right before sleep gets prioritized for overnight consolidation. So if that's English, English gets reinforced. If it's an argument you saw online or a stressful email, that's what your brain works on overnight instead. Guard that window on purpose. But I'm too tired to review anything before bed. This isn't studying. It's 5 sentences, out loud, quietly, in bed, in under 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes. But won't headphones playing audio all night help anyway? Remember, the sleeping brain can't learn complex new material, and playing random audio all night can actually reduce your sleep quality, which hurts your memory instead of helping it. Therefore, a 2-minute review before you close your eyes beats 8 hours of audio playing to a brain that isn't listening anyway. Isn't this basically the same as studying? No. You already did the real learning earlier in the day. This step isn't more effort. It's making sure the effort you already put in doesn't get wasted overnight. Picture this instead. You go to bed having said 5 real English sentences out loud, quietly, in the dark. You fall asleep. And somewhere in that slow wave sleep, your brain is quietly reinforcing exactly those 5 sentences for free while you rest. You didn't need headphones. You didn't need an app. You needed 2 minutes, and the right 2 minutes. Sleep won't teach you English. But going to bed the wrong way might be the reason you're forgetting everything you already learned. I made a free guide with 20 everyday English sentences, perfect to review out loud right before you sleep tonight. It's linked below. And if you want to take this further, I made a whole video specifically designed to help you use this technique properly while you sleep, made to work together with this exact guide. I'll link it right here. Watch that one next. Pick 5 sentences from the guide, say them quietly before bed tonight, and let your brain do the rest. If this helped you, subscribe. Every week I help you learn English the way it actually works, not the way it's marketed.